It started with a tiny cut. Nothing unusual for Tyler, a healthy 17-year-old linebacker. But within 48 hours, he went from the football field to the ICU, battling for his life. The cause? Not a rare virus, but something frighteningly common, MRSA. In this video, we'll uncover how this antibiotic-resistant bacteria spreads, why it's so dangerous, and how you can protect yourself and those you love. Sometimes all it takes is one small cut to change everything. What exactly is MRSA? MRSA stands for methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. It's a type of staph bacteria that has evolved to resist many common antibiotics, including methicillin and others typically used to treat staph infections. Staph bacteria themselves aren't new or rare. In fact, most of us carry them on our skin or inside our nose without any issue. Under normal circumstances, they don't cause problems. But when they find an opening, a cut, a wound, or even a surgical incision, they can enter the body and cause serious infections. What makes MRSA particularly dangerous is its resistance to antibiotics. That resistance means that the usual drugs doctors rely on might be ineffective. As a result, infections that were once easy to treat can suddenly become life-threatening. It's not just about the bacteria. It's about how little we can do once it takes hold. Tyler's story, a real-life wake-up call. Let's go back to Tyler. He had gotten a small scrape during practice, something he didn't even remember happening. But over the next 48 hours, he started feeling feverish. His leg became red, swollen, and intensely painful. His family rushed him to the hospital, where doctors diagnosed him with necrotizing fasciitis, a flesh-eating infection caused by MRSA. His condition worsened quickly. Doctors had to perform multiple surgeries to remove infected tissue and stop the spread. His road to recovery included months of rehab and physical therapy. He was lucky. Some MRSA infections can lead to amputations, sepsis, or even death. For Tyler and his family, the experience was traumatic and eye-opening. They never imagined that something so minor, a small cut, could turn into a life-threatening emergency. How does MRSA spread? So how did this happen? MRSA is highly contagious and spreads primarily through direct contact. This can mean skin-to-skin contact with someone who has the bacteria or touching a surface that's been contaminated. Think about high-contact places, locker rooms, gyms, dorms, and especially hospitals. But here's the really alarming part. You don't need to show symptoms to be a carrier. Some people have MRSA living on their skin or in their nose and feel completely fine, but they can still pass it to others, especially those with open wounds, weakened immune systems, or medical devices like catheters. Once MRSA enters the body through a cut or scrape, it can rapidly multiply and overwhelm the immune system, especially if antibiotics don't work against it. 5 ways to protect yourself from MRSA. The good news? MRSA is preventable. Simple habits can significantly reduce your risk. Here are 5 important tips to protect yourself. 1. Wash your hands frequently, especially after using the restroom before eating and after touching shared surfaces. 2. Clean and cover any wounds, even small ones. Don't assume a minor scrape is harmless. 3. Avoid sharing personal items like towels, razors, or gym equipment that come into contact with your skin. 4. Disinfect high-touch surfaces regularly, especially in shared living spaces, gyms, and bathrooms. 5. Seek medical help early if you notice redness, swelling, warmth, pus, or pain around a wound. Don't wait. Early intervention can save lives. It's about being proactive. MRSA doesn't wait, and it doesn't discriminate. But by being vigilant, you can stop it before it becomes serious. What Tyler's story teaches us. Tyler's story is a reminder that the biggest threats are sometimes the ones we don't see. MRSA is invisible, but the damage it can cause is devastating. The difference between a full recovery and a medical emergency often comes down to awareness, prevention, and acting quickly. So take this as a wake-up call, not just for athletes or hospital patients, but for anyone who thinks they're not at risk. MRSA can impact anyone, anywhere. All it needs is a way in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this information. Stay curious, stay safe, and as always, this is Curious Medicine.